Sounds like a plan.
Let's do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, welcome to our Super Test tournament. This is something that is very special, put on by our Super Test overlords over in the St. Petersburg office. They wanted to put something together that would be fun, enjoyable, that our Super Testers can compete in. And here's what we have. So joining us, we've got Malarkey and Y2K.
Hello.
Hello, all.
And these guys are some of our Super Test coordinator team. So, welcome aboard, guys. And if you guys have any thing you want to say real quick, by all means, go right ahead.
Just very happy to be here. I do love the fact that we're getting a tournament for our STs to have a little fun outside of just testing stuff. So always happy to see that from Wargaming.
Yep, and our goal here is to have fun.
Isn't it always?
Exactly.
Of course it is.
Now, Watsuke, you had started earlier, and I kind of cut you off for a second because I wanted to talk about it while we were live. Can you tell us a little bit about what's been going on with this tournament so far?
Well, so we had two stages already, the first stage and the second stage. Each stage, for stage 1 and 2, were Dreadnought ships, and we had a 3v3 for each team at Islands, the map, in domination mode.
Okay.
We have seen a lot of rams in stages 1 and 2. One, especially in my game, where I was roughing, literally all three ships from each team rammed each other.
Oh
And
no!
one was very interesting, was that like there was six point difference when
Uh-huh.
they all rammed each other. So it was very disappointing to see the other team lose, but it was very interesting to see 6 point lead in a win. I was like, wow, that's unbelievable.
I mean, how would you like to be on that team that did the Ram, and you're just sitting there thinking, why, why?
Oh
Right?
yeah, in
Like,
chat they're all like, "Oh, we were so close, so close."
jeez.
Yeah.
And now, Malarkey, have you been doing some of this as well already?
Oh yeah, no, I've refed a few games so far.
What's
Had
been some of your crazy moments?
Well, for me, I think the first time a lot of people were trying to play kind of a sniper role in a tier 3. So we had a lot of long tier engagements where we had constant HE spam to AP and back,
Okay.
just because it wasn't as accurate as most people wanted at range.
Isn't it amazing how that works, right? When you bring it down to tier 3 battles, um, craziness. And then now, of course, things have changed a little bit. Now it's 3 versus 3 with Shimakazes.
Indeed, I'm excited for this one.
So
Yeah.
that's gonna be very different.
Yeah, because
Um,
where do you build?
well, and that's what's cool about it, right? So of course, I have a strong feeling the 8 kilometer Shimakazes are going to be something truly special, right? We're going to see a lot of that kind of knife fighting going on. At the same time, I would imagine that some people might choose to go for a gunboat Shimakaze, with the idea being that they want to, win when they get into that kind of a gun engagement. So that's a possibility. And then, of course, there's the question of do you do torpedo reload boost, or not boost, the legendary Shimakaze, because you get a buff in reload of torpedo tubes, but your torpedo tubes of Emberite are weaker, and they're also slower to rotate. So a lot of questions that go into that, as well as how do you build your commanders? Are you going to throw a 21-point captain in here, guys? This is done on the live server with people's personal accounts. So if you're going to go all in with a 21-point captain, you're spending doubloons Elite Commander XP to respec after, or well, maybe waiting until the next patch with the free respecs. But you get the idea. That's a
Oh
lot.
yeah, I mean, just to add to that, I mean, what if you don't build anything until after the first match? I mean, are you going to build it ahead of time to try to predict what's going on, or see what happens the first game? Because I believe you're right. We're going to see a lot of 8 kilometers because there's really no reason to run anything else.
Mm. The 20s could be hilarious though. If you get everybody to agree to kite away with 20s, that could be ridiculous. Um,
Exactly.
I think I think radio position is going to be key. I think Swift Fish is going to be a key, and Fill the Tubes. I love these names. Will also be a key.
Indeed.
So I see we're joined by a fourth Super Test coordinator. I'll pause for a sec if that coordinator would like to introduce themselves.
Good evening. You'll let me talk for once. Happy days there. I'm Hadron Collide. How's everybody doing this evening?
We're doing fine, thanks. How are you?
Great.
I am looking forward to a couple of good games that I can just kick back and grab one of my favorite frosty beverages and just enjoy.
Ah, I happen to have my dirty water on hand for such an event.
It's just water as it's meant to be, Zath. Come on.
That's right. That's right. And now so we're getting caught up, and you guys can see I'm in my Supertest veteran t-shirt because why the heck not? This is a Supertest environment or event after all. So we've been talking a little bit about the rules, and we're on Warrior's Path, Domination, 10-minute battle. There's a 5-minute stream delay, so nobody's gonna stream snipe with a 5-minute delay, of course. This is a little bit different than most other tournaments. This is the first team to get 3 wins. So essentially it's a best of 5. But with 3 versus 3 Shimakazes and a 10-minute battle timer, guys, we're looking at games being fast at like 6-7 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, with that being said, there's a good chance that the delay is going to be basically the time in between games.
Yes. Yep. And now, as one of the Super Test coordinators, I am going to be refereeing this room. After this is done, I believe Malarkey will be reffing the finals. Is that correct?
That is correct. I got the lovely opportunity of being the referee for the finals.
All eyes will be on you, good sir.
Yay!
So what we have here is basically, like I said, best of 5. And oops, I had the rules up. There's the there it is. Let's talk a little bit about the prizes that you can win. So at stage 1, which is the beginning, each participant will win 1,000 doubloons and 1,000 coal. Stage 2, every participant 2,000 doubloons and 2,000 coal. And so that's what the teams have won so far. And now they're at the semifinals. And each participant that you see today on screen in our match, as well as the opposite that's going on that Watu-K is leading, is getting 3,000 doubloons and 3,000 coal each. And then the final match, which is coming after this set, each participant 5,000 doubloons, 5,000 coal, and 50 signal flags of all types. Why didn't I sign up for this?
I know. I look at the signal flags and I'm massively jealous.
And then the winner, each member of the winning team, receives 8,500 doubloons, 9,000 coal, and 100 signal flags of all types. That is quite the achievement.
I saw what you did there.
So that's perfect. Okay. And of course, there's bragging rights and all that kind of stuff. Now, I'm sure some of you guys that are watching and tuning in right now, first of all, thanks for viewing the show, and I hope you're going to have fun. We've got some great giveaways set up for you guys today. Those of you guys that are participating, I'm sure that you guys might be asking to yourself, how the heck do I get in on this? Well, Hadron, would you like to tell our people or anybody else how they can become a super tester?
Sure. So Supertest has 2 ways to get in. We'll do an open recruitment. Generally, you'll see a post on the forums, and you'll have a chance to submit an application. The other way you can join the program is we do take internal Supertester recommendations. We try and do that maybe once, maybe twice a year. I will say that we try and keep close to 200 testers, so you are joining a fairly large group in North America.
Mm-hmm.
But when you see it, sign up. You shoot your shot. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Send in stuff. There will be some stuff where I, as a coordinator, will look at the applications. We'll give one word of advice to everybody on your stream, Zath. If you have a penchant to be toxic in chat, you might want to spin that down. That's a quick way to get your application just straight up axed. But
Oh,
otherwise, when you see it, apply. Maybe you'll get to work with us, or not work. We do not work here. Maybe you get to volunteer to help develop the game.
we live to test and we test to live, right?
Of course, that's our
Exactly.
motto.
That's
I
right.
thought it's just like an internship, just unpaid.
There you go. Well, but I mean, you know, you get the warm fuzzy feeling that you are impacting the development of the game, right?
Absolutely.
You get a chance to get some feedback directly back to the developers about how you as an individual feel about X, Y, and Z things that are being brought into the game. And it's definitely very rewarding to be able to say that I have a part in that process. So absolutely fantastic. Now, you mentioned toxicity in chat, Hadron. You're talking about in-game chats, correct?
Generally, in game, there is a check that all applications go through, and if you join, you will hear me say this 1,000 times. If you're being a jerk in chat, stop being a jerk in chat. That's the biggest, easiest, quickest advice I can give.
Fair enough. And also, guys, it's not just your in-game chat. In battle, it could also be post-battle, you know, so don't be messaging people and having e-fights with them in port. You know, and then the other thing too, of course, is if you are involved on the forums or Reddit or something, if you've got a presence in World of Warships, it's possible that that presence can precede you when it comes to applications. So be cognizant of that too. Most of the people that view, you know, my content, you guys are all really rather chill players, and you guys are rather mature and understand, you know, that this is a game. This is meant to be something that you have fun and enjoy. So I think most of the people here would be good with that. But I love it. That's a great hint. Hadron, did you want to spectate this battle with us?
I'm actually in 2K's room,
Perfect.
but let me add one little hook for Supertest.
Oh,
I've been in Supertest since closed beta, so 5 years and some. It I have a professional resume. I have a professional curriculum vitae.
Hmm.
Being a super tester and being a super test coordinator is something you can put on a resume or a CV, because it shows that you actually have developed software. You didn't
Okay.
just take software engineering in school. You've actually done something where you've been in a development environment where you have to interact with bunches of different folks. So little thing, if you're in game design, it looks really good on a resume.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point. As now we are gonna start our first battle. It's 5 o'clock. Both teams have signified that they are ready. Here we go.
Same here. So we will break off to another room and we will meet up for the final.
Sounds good. Have fun, guys.
All right. See you guys later.
Look how spread out these teams are.
Right?
Wow.
It's a classic case of 1v1, bro.
Right?
But with this spaced out, it really, to me, it's, where do you go? Do you guys join up in B, or do you do just a one push on each?
I mean, my guess is both teams are just gonna work their way towards the middle, because honestly, I don't know how else that they're gonna be able to, get this over with in 10 minutes. It's such a large map. I'd almost wish we had seen Big Race as opposed to, you know, Warrior's Path.
Right. Well, it looks like we've already got some interesting movement here. Everyone's kind of
Yeah.
taking your path and consolidating around the B area.
Well, generally speaking, and most of the players that follow this game, you guys know that toilet bowling is a thing. And so there's a natural tendency to want to toilet bowl around, and then kind of get into the middle somehow. So we'll see if that's going to be a factor here or not. Okay. It looks to be like... Oh, so the North team, which is Team 7, they're going for a more open strategy, so going you know, A, B, and C, whereas Team 8 is choosing to double up on B and go for A. So they're going to give up C, which means point tick is going to be a thing here.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to put a little pressure on them. Because if everything else just becomes a stalemate, then you have C basically giving you those free points.
Hmm.
We kind of saw a little bit around A, but it looks like they backed off.
Yeah, it's 007 versus 007. I'm surprised that Annoying Italian is going to come out of this island here. He's about to get spotted by Megazao, and we're going to see some decaps going on. We're going to see some crazy possible torpedoes coming out here. I'm going to try to keep an eye on what's happening over at B cap as well, because that's going to be a 2-on-1 engagement soon. Italian hitting the brakes, completely dodging, and here's what I'm talking about with guns. This comes down to who can use their guns better. Torpedoes are a thing, but to me, it's going to be all about the guns. And we can see Megazao being forced to make Inky and disengage as he is coming out the loser in that engagement. What's happening over on B? Some torps might hit Starfleet. Oh, just dodged them.
So close.
That was extremely close. Yep, but here comes Shiraku. He's going to have some shots on Starfleet. Now, is he going to open with torpedoes? He does. Oh, he's going cot spread. Look at that.
Yeah.
Khan deciding he doesn't want any of that. He's going to go and try to help his teammate out. Meanwhile, it looks like Annoying Italian will capture A unabated. Megazao not willing to get involved in this.
Yeah, even though Megazao started with the gunfight, he lost pretty much in that gunfight.
Yes. And speaking of losing in that gunfight, Khan is not looking too good. He's currently in a 2-on-1 as his teammate Starfleet 1701 is out of the battle for right now. He's not able to support his teammate, so... Alright, well, let's take a look back at A. Italian's going to get the cap. I'm sure that these guys have radio position, radio location, because, quite frankly, those are things that are, that's going to be your standard build anyway, most likely for Shimakaze, so...
Yeah, I'd agree with that. You want to have that, especially as the Shima.
Right.
As a Shima or any real big torp boat, knowledge is power, and you want to make sure you can cover yourself.
Right. All right, well, not much happening right here as Team Red, which is Team 8, is realizing that they really don't have to do anything. They just have to be defensive because they currently have the point lead.
And then it's looking like Italian. He lost all sight of Zhao because he just fired a few blanket spots just right back over the cap.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he expected Zhao to try to shift over to help support.
I don't think so either. But it makes sense. I think what we're about to see here, guys, with 4 minutes to go in the battle, I think we're about to see a full-on push into B here. Elithia needs to lead the charge, not Siraku, so that's a bit of a mistake there. Which means Siraku's going to go down because he's going to come up against 3 ships. But can he take Khan with him? He goes down, and Khan lives!
On 2%, just sitting there.
Khan lives on just 2%. And there's our first kill of the match, 6 minutes into the battle. Knowing Italian now coming under fire.
Atlan landed some good shots, and there's Zhao out of nowhere. I don't think they were ready for him at all.
Well, Starfleet looks like he might have been. His guns were at least turned that direction.
Yeah.
But Italian does a nice job of smoking up, and now Zhao is in trouble. And oh, he just survives with this engine out, and Khan goes down. A Lithian caught sight of him, took him out. Let's see that again. Here we go, Starfleet 1701 now getting involved. Lithian's got the health advantage, of course. But Starfleet 1701 has a friend nearby.
I think Atlan's more firing the torps towards Italian than anything else. He's not really looking too much at Starfleet.
Nope.
To kind of gun him down.
He's not. Is he going to take a torp here? Lithian, dodge, and he's turning back in. Oh, unfortunate dodge. As he turns right back into that torpedo. And
Still
now,
too much overcorrection.
Now it's just Megazao. Megazao shooting the ground saying, let's get this over with and move on to the next round. Here we go. Here's our first death pick of the day. Death pick! What a battle. And you can see the difference here. Team Red coming away with, Team Red coming away with 3 kills. So that's Team 8. I need to update that. Remember, guys, it's first team to get to 3 wins. Alright, so let's see. Khan is the one I'm forgetting. So one of my duties, guys, as referee, is I need to report the results of the battles. So let's see. Results. Battle 1 goes to Team 8. And then we'll see what happens with Battle 2. Malarkey, when you've done these, have you just gone straight into the next battle if the teams are ready?
I have, because
Okay.
The time in between is basically we could fit another battle or 2 there, so I've always kind of chalked it up to the team, asked them, hey guys, if you're both ready, we can always start.
Alright, well, Team 8 is ready. And Team 7 is ready. So, guys, we're going to go right into the next battle, which is pretty cool. Normally, we have to wait about 5 or 10 minutes to get to our next battle.
For me, the exciting part is what's going to happen on Game 2. Everyone kind of saw what happened on Game 1. It was kind of testing the waters. No one were playing these maps or ships.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's going to happen now that they kind of know what each other are at least trying to accomplish?
And don't forget, guys, it's the same map and even the same positions to start. Although, I'm not sure if... Nope, yep. I think they're identical locations, too.
Yep.
So the question is, if you're the winning team, even if you're the losing team, what do you think, Malarkey? Do you change up your strategy? Or do you do the same thing and hope for a different result?
For me, it is kind of that, odd or even question there for it. I know me personally, I would probably stick to what I did last time, hoping that the enemy team is going to try to double up somewhere and I can try to get another free cap like I did last match. At least for green team. Because remember, they got C uncontested. No one even bothered to even look in that direction, really.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, let's...
Early game shows, though, green is making a move for mid.
Well, it looks like they're saying let's just bunch up and let's bully whatever we run into, which makes sense, right? 3 against 1. The only thing is, Team Red last time sent 2 to B cap, so personally, I feel like this is a good idea for a play, but I wouldn't send 3 to B. I'd send 3 to A. Of course, that takes a little bit longer to get there, so...
Yeah. I would probably do the BC cap.
Hmm.
I would drag. I would get one. I wouldn't even really focus too much on B to begin with. I'd try to focus C and then push my way west from there.
Hmm.
Just because, if I was green team, hey, we got C last time for free. There was no problems there. I mean, you can see that red team, they're thinking about what they did last game.
Yep.
I mean, Annoying is slowly making his way into A. He's taking a different path this time, but he's still just going A, thinking that green team's going to be there to contest, or Zhao is.
Mm-hmm. And of course, Megazao. Now remember, if these guys are running radio location, who's the closest to Italian? Megazao. So he still would know, and you can see how he's turning almost. I think he's expecting. I think they're expecting a major play at B cap. And I'm sure they're communicating with each other too.
Yeah, because Annoying, he stopped. He cut engines. He's looks like he's gonna stay in A until he gets it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you're in the cap and you get it for free, you stay in there till you get it for the point gain, and then you hit those engines and you cut across as quickly as possible. Look at Starfleet now, getting in just in the nick of time. No cap for you. I love it.
Absolutely. And then Khan just, if I'm not mistaken, threw some torps out to sea, just to kind of cut off that corridor, but no one's there.
Well, I mean, that's a smart play. You might as well.
Absolutely.
Khan now detected. Nope, he did fire back. I was surprised he fired back. I thought he was going to hold off there. And because he fired back, now Mega Zhao gets some shots on him. As Khan is forced to go inky early on. Here comes a Luck Chuck Torp on Alithian. Nope, this time he's not going to take that Torp.
There's Annoying.
Yep.
Some cross shots.
Yep.
Over on Atlan.
Yep, he's coming back. And see, now Team Red is the only team that's gaining points. By the way, thanks to the change in the friendly fire mechanic, doing Shimakaze torpedo jousting is a whole lot safer now for your team. Or teammates. Oh, Starfleet! Starfleet! Oh! Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Gone. We need to see that one again. Team Red is going to be on the back foot. Now remember, it's first to win 3 battles, so there's still plenty of fight left in both teams.
Khan taking some chunks. He's got 2v1 against him right now.
Yeah, he's in trouble. He kind of sat in that smoke and now gave them a chance to come around. And the torps, of course, forced him back. He couldn't move forward until those torps went through.
There was a little mistake on green side. Both of them decided to smoke up, and
Yes.
well, no, Atlan's still spotting him. That's good.
Alithian is still spotting Khan because Khan was shooting. And that means Khan's going to go down right here. Almost perfectly planned with the camera, I'll tell you.
Absolutely.
And now that just leaves Annoying Italian to, well, I don't know, try to make something up with this. We'll see if this works.
Yeah, such a drastic change from last match.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I love about this. It's a quick little 3v3, same map, same positions, but tons of RNG still. You never know who's going to go where.
That's right. So in this case, it would seem like as someone posted in chat, 3 ships on 1 cap and power push. Armored Prayer, yes, it looks like that was the strategy that Green adopted, and it was successful for them. Although, of course, I think a lot of that success came on the heels of that really, really lucky torpedo strike on Starfleet 1701.
Absolutely. And then Italian, he's going for the, he's not going to go quietly into the night.
Mm. This is the part in the replay where I hit the insert key to fast forward a little bit.
All right. Just you can see on what's going to happen next.
Well, what's going to happen next is a torpedo dodging minigame. Oh, is he slowing down in front of these? He's slowing. Oh no, Italian. No, he sees him. He'll be okay.
He sees the writing on the wall, though.
Oh, one on the butt. Ooh, he did not need to take that torpedo.
Yeah, gives Green full opportunity to push as hard as they want. But he
He
doesn't
knows
have
it's
the health
over.
to really fight it.
He knows it's over. He's shooting now.
Yep. If you wouldn't have taken that torp, you could have had a decent fight there today.
Against the Lithian, yeah, that could have been a fight worth fighting, but now he's just down on hit points. It's just a matter of time. He's gonna do his best, but it won't be enough. And we're gonna get ourselves another death pick momentarily. There it goes. Wow.
You brought up such a good point earlier. I was looking at the rewards, and yeah, why didn't I sign up for this?
I don't even know if we were allowed to.
That's true.
Uh-oh. We lost a player. We lost two. Okay. You know what? They might be going back. And my guess is now they're gonna respec. Now they're gonna go and change around their captain. They've seen what's working, what's not working. I have a strong feeling that they're gonna swap to more gun centric than torpedo centric. But that's me. We'll see what happens.
I'd agree, and since we have these breaks built in, you know.
Yep.
I know if you said I got 5 minutes after a match like that, I would probably go back out, look at my build again, make something just for this tournament.
Well, I mean, if you've got the doubloons to burn, if you've got the Commander XP to play with, hey, by all means, right?
Exactly.
Let's have some fun. And of course, I'm sure these guys had no idea that I would be streaming their matches.
Right?
And that's a different thing too, right? Like, when you realize that you're gonna be live, you're gonna be streamed, you know, now all of a sudden that changes what you're going into it with, right? You're thinking something different. You're thinking, I can't screw up because Zath's watching, because everybody's watching, right? I've had that before, right? Where like all I can think of is, I'm live, I can't screw up, and you better believe there are a few times when I have screwed up on stream live because it just happens,
Mm-hmm.
So. All right.
Looks like we got them all back, and yeah, I think you're right. They probably just went to their captains and maybe even their modules and changed some stuff around.
And you never know, they might have forgotten combat flags or something else too. I mean, can you imagine a dead nations tournament? Ugh.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so that would be interesting. So Italian says, all right, Team Bravo, Team 8 is ready, and Alithian responding, Team 7 is ready. Okay. And as Mario once said, here we go!
I love that it's 1v1 already. It won't be any sweep for semifinals.
Well, I mean, and that's important, right? Like I think it's nice to see both sides pushing, both sides trying to make plays. And both teams obviously earned their way to this position. So.
Oh, absolutely. They played some outstanding dreadnoughts.
Now, hopefully, hopefully this tournament is a great success, and as a result, we can see more tournaments like it. I think it's a great idea. I love how there are so many tournaments going on right now, which I talked about before. Is like, oh my God, there's like 5 I'm aware of and involved in, but each one is different. And I think that's one thing that makes all these tournaments fun, is it's not the same kind of over and over again. We're seeing something fresh.
Exactly.
Speaking of fresh, look at this. Now the decision is to double up on A cap for Team Red, and looks like Team Green is gonna do the same, double up on B cap. So
yeah,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, you can see Khan here. He doesn't even look like he's gonna look at B, let alone try to contest it.
Now, if Khan is running radio location, which I'm sure he is, his radio location is pointing in this direction right now. And now it just flipped over to here probably because Elithian's or Siraku's closer. Yeah. Um, that should tell him nobody went to C. But, I mean, it makes sense because C is... By the time you get to C and then come back in, you're either through the channel or all the way around. It just takes too much time.
Yeah, especially in a quick 10-minute match, 3v3.
All right, Italian coming back in A, expecting no contest this time because just like last time, he got A for free. But look at Megazao. He's ready. He's gonna reverse in. And remember, Shimakaze detection. Is it 5-4 or is it 5-6 or 5-7? I can't remember off the top of my head.
I do believe it's 5-6.
5-6. So we might see them bumping. Although Zhao is turning now, he wants to get that gun arc south. The problem, of course, is in doing so, he's going to allow Annoying Italian to get that cap for free. Those torpedoes were definitely radio location torps right on the line that radio location is pointing. Which is good as long as Annoying Italian remains in that position. He will most likely stay there until he gets the cap, and then he'll turn the engines on.
I just wonder what's going on with Khan down here. He keeps backing up, going forward, but just kind of hiding out behind the island.
Oh,
got a
these
fear.
torps. Oh, these torp star fleet's gonna dodge. Is Italian gonna take one? Oh, they fizzle. Okay.
There's those 8s.
There's those 8-kilometer torpedoes. Yep. She said that Khan was... Well, Khan probably knows he's by himself right now, so I think he's trying to play the more standoffish waiting game. He doesn't want to go out there and get himself double teamed. So he's just gonna sit there, and you can see what's happening already. It's totally screwing with these two guys' radio location. As you can see, Elithian sending some torps now. He knows that Khan is right behind this island. Meanwhile, look at back at A. Megazao coming back into A now, as he figures that these two enemies are going to head off to B cap, which is exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, and you can tell that with those torps, they just assumed he sat there, so
Yeah.
everything they're firing just isn't going to get anywhere near him.
Yep. Luck chucks for days.
Exactly.
That's good though. So Megazao's going to flip the cap, and then all three of Team Red is going to appear in the same position. Now, if they time it right, they can make a push, a collective push, on B cap. They almost
Look at
have to
Khan.
before...
Look at Khan. He might get snagged by something.
Yeah, he sees
No.
it. He's moving forward. But they need to do something before Megazao gets back. They know that at least one of Team Green is at A. This is their opportunity to pounce on whatever's at B. And now you can see Italian taking that option. Starfleet opening up, but might take a torp as a result of this. Oh.
Ooh.
Italian now smoking up. Go ahead.
I was going to say, with Megazao coming around, there's going to be a bit of an interesting crossfire for the guys now on B. They're all
Well,
there, but look at the angles.
and that's why I was mentioning the need for Team Red. They had, I think they squandered the opportunity to get in there. They should have sent Khan in first, but he was butt forward, and of course he had to change and dodge those torpedoes as well. So that kind of slowed down their attempted push. Khan making contact now with Elithian. Khan smoking up as well, firing off some torpedoes. If he's not careful, he's going to take this rack right here. Nope, he'll be fine. He's going to move forward. Starfleet now coming under fire. Engines out in that first salvo. Don't you love when that happens as a destroyer player?
Mm-hmm.
I sure do. And Elithian and Annoying Italian are about to meet. There they go. Look at that. As soon as contact is made, pro tip destroyer fighting guys, as soon as contact is made and you think the torps have been fired, slow down. If you're not sure if torps have been fired, general rule, wait about 3 seconds and then slow down. Oh, we missed Starfleet taking a Lithian's torps right there. So now it's tied back 1-on-1 again. Khan, though, is in a bad position. He's on the other side of this island. He's not able to help Annoying Italian, which allows Megazao and Siraku to come in. I think they're tasting blood.
Yeah, I would go in. I mean, they can clearly see the health advantage.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Megazao's nothing. No scratches on the paint even.
Yeah. Yeah, Team Green has over twice the hit points as Team Red right now, guys.
And they both know an Italian, he's got to be low. They may not know his exact percentage, but he's low.
Mm-hmm.
These tournaments are very fun. I hope we continue this.
Oh, absolutely.
If not, I'm just going to support you to do like a monthly one.
There you go.
I'll just come out. I'll be like, yeah, you know, Zaf here. You know, I'll put up some doubloons or something and have a nice little monthly tournament.
Well, you know, I do have things we can give away as prizes, so that could absolutely work.
Yeah, I would volunteer a few of my funds for it. Because I'd enjoy watching it just like everybody else. The Zath Tournament of Champions.
There you go. There you go. We'd have to like choose like all the crappiest ships and warships just for the fun of it.
Krasny's. Some
Oh
3v3
God!
on Krasny's.
God!
Come on!
He's got it. Whoa! Oh, Italian is gonna go out here. I think he's gonna get. Nope, just missed. 602 hit points on Annoying Italian. Just like that, Siraku is in trouble.
Yeah.
Some good teamwork there with the smokes, and he
There's
takes
a
the
torp.
torp. Yeah, but Khan is now in trouble. Megazao coming around. Can he see him anymore? I don't think so.
I mean, if you're Magzao, you can see health. You know,
Yeah.
what would you do?
He saw him too late for Khan. If he was waiting until contact, he should have smoked earlier. Oof. Now, once again, Italian is by himself. Even lower health than last game. Trying to salvage it. It's going to be 1v1. Megazao versus Annoying Italian. 007 versus 007.
To be a fly on the wall in that clan after this.
Now, Italian's engines are out. But guys, I mean, one torpedo will decide this, right? In the case of Annoying Italian, one gun hit will probably decide this if Megazao's able to hit him right. So it comes down to positioning and timing. And note, 50 seconds remaining in this match. So Italian is going to lose in 50 seconds if he's not able to kill Megazao. He can't afford to sit there.
Sorry, yeah, you can already see Zhao. He sees the clock. He's leaving.
Oh yeah, he's done.
Got nothing to gain.
He's done. He's like, bye guys. He's taking his torps and going home.
Yep. And that's where getting those caps, like you said, paid off in spades.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and we
Even
talk
just
about
having one.
and we talk about that cap pressure, and with 10-minute battles, guys. I mean, this is what it comes down to. So even though Italian's going to get into the cap, that's going to do absolutely nothing for the game. The game is over in 10 seconds. Look at Italian with those luck chucks.
Hoping for the best.
Yeah. Damn you torpedoes. He's like shooting his own torps. Alright, well, that's Team Alpha, so that's Team 7 wins the second, so they're on a 2-win streak right now. And remember guys, it's the first team to get to 3 points, which means if Team 7 wins the next battle, then they move on to the finals. Alright, so let me ask you a question. If you're Team Red, what do you do now?
I mean, if I was Team Red, I would take everything to B. A seems too far out of it. C's not even worth looking at because really the battle is won and fought on B.
We see one player going back to port. Gonna change up again. See what they could work. As I have somebody in chat, Armored Prayer, suggesting, what about IFHE Shimakaze? Ooh,
Oh yeah.
IFHE. I wonder about that. If we have time before you set up your game, because I have a feeling we'll have a few moments,
Hmm.
I might go take a look at the armor profile of a Shimakaze and see if IFHE would even help. I don't think it would,
Yeah.
but yeah, it might be interesting. Um, but I do think a lot of this comes down to gunnery, and I think it also comes down to working on your smokes. And whoever's low needs to be in the smoke when the engagement occurs. Um, and I think the team that can make that work is gonna win in most cases. Excuse me.
Oh, I agree with you absolutely. It doesn't seem like a super valuable resource if you look at it first glance because it's just 3v3. But if you have one healthy guy out there spotting, he can afford to take a little damage if you have some low, low HP teammates.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then there's adrenaline. Oh, and then there's that. Oh, is the new Japanese special commanders? Don't they have a bonus to adrenaline rush? I thought it was a
I would.
bonus to. I know it's a bonus to hit points. Survivability expert. I can't remember what the
Yeah,
other one is.
I do believe. I want to say it's Adrenaline Rush, but I'd have to check it out.
Yeah. They're relatively new captains, so I just can't remember because it's been a while. So that's something else to possibly check. I should have a pen and paper so I can write down these things. Write it down on here. Armor profile. But again, if it's a relatively newer commander, you're talking about the uh, you're talking about the investment of boosting either with free XP or elite commander XP, one of those special captains all the way to 21 points after you've bought that commander. For a lot of players, that's simply not a possibility.
And I just double checked it for you, so it's Survivability Expert and then Emergency Repair Specialist for the two newer Japanese premium captains.
Emergency repair specialist, okay.
Yeah, it does cooldown for damage control party and repair party is -4% instead of -3.
Got it, it's the 1 point skill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, if we were doing like battleships or something that burn for a long period of time, but not in the DDs.
No, I mean, it's still helpful. Like, getting your DCP available again is still pretty helpful in a knife fight. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and the survivability, I mean, that's where it's at, right? So you've got basically an oven chicken uh, bonus over towards the Japanese destroyers. It's something that, quite frankly, I need to consider investing in, but, I'm not there right now. I still have Yamamoto in my Kitakaze, and I doubt that's going to change.
Yeah. I know that was tricky for me, especially when we started getting commanders shifting to multiple ships. I was like, where am I going to put everybody?
Mm-hmm. Team Green going for the all or nothing play. Look at Red now. Look at Red. They've
I
completely
know.
changed up their setup. So Khan now going for the free cap at C, and then they're going to send 2 ships to B. Hmm.
If Khan keeps following around the island, he'll have some crossfire behind him, but I can already see one on greens backing up to check.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Alithian is backing up and getting ready. Personally, I would still like to see all teams sending somebody to each cap, just to feel it out. If you get the cap for free, then you move to contested cap, because I think the point gain is just so important.
Exactly. I mean, it's more short term, but every extra point helps. I mean, you're not getting the cap to win on caps; you're getting it to put pressure on the other team.
And it's that pressure that's so important. That one, like if Red went to all the caps right now, Red would have 2 caps, so they'd be ticking up. They'd have the point advantage, and that would force Team Green to have to make a play. They'd have to come into B cap, and they go up against one red player to defend. That player just has to back in, butt pointed north, and just be ready to hit W and run. Be fine.
Yeah, just delay. They don't need to kill who's coming by. They don't need to really fully take the cap at the end of the day. It's just that delay, just to get a few points ahead.
Right.
And
Right.
we can see that they're already they're 312 to 330, so they're roughly about 18 points already. Doesn't seem like a lot, but you win.
Now, take a look at this torpedo spread. Italian now is in trouble. He doesn't even know it. He's going to be stuck. I think he's going to take at least one torpedo here. I don't know how he can get out of this. Oh, just like that,
wow.
he managed to get out. Wow. Wow.
That 007 badge our clan gladly earned.
Well, and the thing is that a lot of times when you're up against torpedo salvo, if you see one torpedo spread, you know that the next one is going to come nearby it. So one of the things that you do as a player that's very experienced is if you see those torpedoes go by, you then go to that area, that space that those torpedoes occupy, because chances are there's not another set coming. And that's exactly what Italian thought of was, I'll be safe after I get behind these torps. He's not safe from guns, though, as Megazao is just punishing him.
Then we got Khan going all the way in the back. Fired a few torps out. Sirocco, he better be careful. I think he might get around the island, but he's going to have some close ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he might take a torp.
Let's take a look. Nope, just barely dodged on the front. Wow.
Oh, and then Italian's firing some at him since he's been backing up. I think Sirocco's going to
He's going to take one. He's going to catch one right here on the butt. Oh, he takes it amidships and goes down like that. Look at that. Completely splits his hull.
I'm wondering if, annoying there, he might have been putting those 12s because that had a ton of damage attached to it.
Hmm.
Because we've seen him take 1-8 and kind of shrug it off and still have some life left.
Well, he's definitely doing 12s because those torpedoes are farther than are past 8 kilometers already.
Yeah, he did kind of that middle ground to get some extra bang for your buck, so to speak, at least damage-wise.
Little extra oomph out of those, absolutely. Well, now Team Red has the advantage of a ship. Can they press that advantage? Khan making contact with a Lithian there, forced to smoke up and conserve his hit points. And you can see Megazao being incredibly aggressive. Starfleet just dodges those torpedoes.
Yeah, Megazao, they should almost be on top of each other for radar. Or X-ray.
They are definitely proxy spotting each other now. I'm curious what Italian's play is going to be. He's got the island in front of him, so he doesn't have a lot of area to dodge and maneuver. He has to depend on Starfleet to get his shells hit on Megazao before Italian goes down here. Italian finds the island, not so maneuver, and Megazao goes down. Think about the Shimakaze, guys. 2 gun turrets in the rear and 1 in the front. So Italian was able to use his 2 turrets to Megazao's 1. Plus Starfleet 1701's guns. That was a decisive engagement. And you know what this means? We're going to a Game 5.
I know. Very exciting.
I mean, unless the throw maneuver comes into play. We'll have to see.
Unless one of them decides to shoot a big enough hole in their own boat.
Okay. Armored Prayer saying a completely stock tournament. Every ship is stock. No commanders, no flags, no upgrades. That's the mad tournament, right?
We'll just call it the 10 minutes of terror.
Ooh, 10 minutes of terror. I like that. 2 on 2 now. All right. Team 8 takes another battle off. And now it comes down to which team is going to move on. Wow. Okay. Let's find out if the teams are ready. If they are, we go. Knowing Italian is ready. Khan is ready. I've not heard from Team Alpha yet. Alright. Here we go. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever wins this battle moves on to the finals, and they get an even bigger treasure trove of doubloons, of coal, and some signal flags to boot.
Yeah, 100 of every signal flag.
If they win the finals, right?
Yeah.
But they get 50 of each just for showing up.
Right?
So that's what's on the line, guys. A butt ton of doubloons, quite a generous helping of coal, and of course some signal flags that will absolutely help with everybody's grinds.
Yeah, the doubloons alone, if they get all of them, it's 19,500.
Oh my goodness, that's what is that in US dollars?
Oh, that has got to be mid 90s, maybe
I mean,
high 80s.
That's enough to buy a Congress and have doubloons left over.
Exactly.
That's extremely generous. That's awesome.
Not to mention, as the winners, I'm at, with the way signal flags are, I'm at 150 signal flags.
Yep.
All of them.
Yep. And while we're getting to battle, maybe it's worth recognizing and thanking Medvedev and Redov for putting this together, our wargaming overlords in St. Petersburg, who oversee the Supertest program and make sure everything runs efficiently. They put this
Absolutely.
together.
Hats off to those two. They put together something fun for us that, not in a bad way, wasn't a requirement. They just like to help enrich our lives a little bit more every day.
I love hearing the squeak toy in the background.
I know. It's the puppy.
Yep. No, not a complaint at all. It's hilarious. That was perfect timing.
It's the little whiskey running around.
So look at this change now. Green is deciding it's almost like they're listening. They're going for each cap. And red, interestingly enough, they're giving up on B. So if they can defeat Megazao at A, this is a good plan. If they can't defeat Megazao at A, I mean, Khan's going to be running for a significant portion of the game just to catch up and try to help his teammates out. That's the risk you play here.
Yeah, because Khan, instead of turning in, he turned out, so he's going to be 9-10 line.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to take him a little bit to get back into any kind of engagements.
Well, so, I mean, it's smart for him. His radio location is telling him there's somebody in this general direction, right? So he knows that he's being contested now. Look at his guns. Look at how he's backing up. He's getting behind the island because he's using the island to block that torpedo lane between him and his opponent. So that's very smart. But equally smart is a Lithian now. He just barely missed time getting into C-Cap before it fell to Team Red. But still, that reinforces to Khan, hey, you've got company. Deal with it.
And then you can see Megazao, he's just contesting it. He's just stopping it, so there's no points going anywhere.
Yeah.
So now Sirocco, he can just come right over off one of the flanks and at least help.
And that's exactly what you see happening here. Siraku is now coming in to support at A, which is what I was talking about earlier. Khan is going to need to win this engagement and get his butt over as quickly as possible. Italian being shot at now by both ships. Khan is in a gunfight over there, losing that gunfight. Let's go and try to see if we can cover that gunfight while still allowing you guys to see what's happening over at A. This will be a challenge because this map is so freaking big. Khan defensive. He's lost this gunfight. He's got half the hit points that a Lithian has, but he does secure the cap and force a Lithian through the channel. So Khan's going to have to find a way to get back into this fight. As look at these torps coming into the smoke here. This could be decisive right here, ladies and gentlemen. Could be decisive. Italian's going to dodge from the bow. Will Starfleet dodge? Starfleet will also dodge. Okay. Oh, but wait, there's more torps. Wow. What a dodge there. I didn't even notice the other torps coming in. Whew, doggy. And like we were talking about before, Team Red now up ahead on 2 caps. They're down significantly on health, though. But they are up on 2 caps at least.
And really, what those 2 caps are affording them, though, is that extra pressure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
At A, they definitely low on the HP side of it, but it's forcing Zhao to do something to stop these points.
Yeah, now Starfleet 1701 is caught out. Italian is unable to support his teammate, as now Zhao gets in on this, and Starfleet 1701 is going to be assassinated right here. There he goes. Brilliant play by Team Green. That was a coordinated, communicated play. Zhao saying, I'm going to come around to the south. Siraku say, okay, I'm coming with you. And together, they managed to pincer out Starfleet. And you can see Italian saying, all right, well, I'm done with this. Let's go play with B.
And then Lithium, he's going to be up there and he's going to scout Italian because, you know, Mega Zhao and Rocket, they don't know exactly where he is.
Right.
They just got, you know, RPF showing.
Right. Khan needs to get in here. He's playing very defensively here, and I think that's a mistake. He needs to help his teammate out with his guns. And yes, he's got range, but see how long of a range those shells are, and he's about to get behind that island. It's not going to help his teammate that much. And we're going to see some shells coming in from the other side soon.tm. Alithia, though, is quite low, and because he's smoked up, I don't think anybody can see Italian right now. So this could work out in his favor. Khan needs to get in here. There's the shot again. There's the detect. Okay. Italian's going to get him. Khan support. There it goes. Now the question is, can he survive the onslaught of 2 ships shooting at him? His engines are out. He's going to try to go dark here, which is a smart play. I like this idea. He's going to use the smoke to help him go dark. Okay.
Exactly.
So they're going to get in there. They're going to hold B. Siraku with a very nice shot as well in that smoke.
And then we come back to points, and you see that they're contesting B, but they were down a little bit. At one point, Green Team had 2 of the caps ticking up, so it's a slight advantage.
Absolutely.
With the time they have left, you know, even if they do happen to get 2 of these caps, is there enough time left to make that important or not?
Yes. So they need to cap, and then they need to hold that cap for about 30 seconds, or a little bit less maybe. That should be enough to get enough points ticked up. They're only down by, I'm doing math, and I hate math. 9? They're down by 9 points.
They're only down by 6.
They're down by 3. And they're
trying
tied.
to go back in their favor.
And that's the importance of getting that other cap. See what I'm talking about? And now Team Red took the lead.
Yep, and Team Red, even though they are definitely on the low side of the health, they have all the cap pressure.
That's right.
Team Green has to do something because they don't have the luxury of time to sit back and wait to see how everything unfolds.
So what needs to happen now, and unfortunately Italian blew his smoke. What if he had a smoke available? This would be the opportune time to have it. You have Khan spotting Megazao and Italian smoking up and shooting for free. That's not going to happen though. Still, it's on Team Green to get a kill. A kill is what's necessary. They need to kill a ship in order to win. I'd love to see Italian and Khan in flipped positions. I don't like where Italian is right now. He's so low. And there we go. Shiraku is in B. Megazao is in B. Khan is moving off, but I think he's too far out again. And as a result, as soon as Italian gets discovered here it comes. There's the guns. And Khan is not able to support. And that's huge.
An Italian just beached himself. He was trying to turn and just tag the island.
Yeah, but that's going to actually stop him in time to back up into the cap and stop. There it is. He's stopping Team Green from getting any progress towards capping B. That's absolutely huge right now. 1 minute and 20 seconds to go, guys. Siraku's going to come around the corner here, though. Megazao is going to come around, and he's going to spot him in just a second. Of course, Khan is engaged in that fight. And now it's a 2-on-1. Khan smoking up. Khan's in trouble. These guys have done a really nice job of shooting ships in smoke before.
So much so, Megazao's having to smoke up.
Megazao smoking up, yep.
He don't know.
And just like that, Italian is smoking up too now. So they're not going to be able to see anybody. But look at this. 40 seconds to go, guys. 40 seconds to go. Green has to push now. They can't sit back. Megazao kiting away. Can't do it. Can't do it.
And Khan can just get out of there. He has no reason to sit there.
That's what I mean.
Just back up and leave.
That's what I mean. Siraku needs to push. They both need to do something. They can't just sit here and wait for the enemy to come out. 15 seconds to go.
There's no time for it.
Oh my God.
He's got it contested. That's all he's got to do. They've got less than 10 seconds. No one's going to see him. They're never going to get close enough for X-ray. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He can even leave now. He can let them have it. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They held on. What a battle. And that demonstrates the value of points right there. Goodness gracious. As now Team 8 wins Game 3 and moves on to the finals. Wow. Wa2K responding. So they went through four games and they managed to get it done.
That is correct. Bonsai squad was victorious.
Wow, guys. You guys should have seen Wa2K bat. Oh my God, Game 5. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
Is it really that spicy? Wow, it sounds
It was close. It was close. Unfortunately, Green was unable to push when they needed to.
Yeah, it came down to points, not kills.
No.
It is a good reason to go back and watch the VOD, because this is good.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Sorry guys, I'm
Definitely
just
well.
responding to a message on my streaming laptop. Okay. Malarkey, you are hosting the final, right?
Yep, I'm the ref for the final on it.
Unless you want me just to host it. I don't care. It's up to you.
But you can definitely still stream it on there. I have no problem with that.
Okay, you
It'll
host.
still be good times.
You host. We'll get to your room. That'll be easier. Because then that way that's one less thing for me to deal with while that's all going on.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let me jump into your room as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave the training room. And let's take a second here and let's look at these captains. Tier 10, Shimakaze, there it is.